What's up, folks? Monkey Wrenching back here again. I'm Monkey Mike. Thanks for being here. So today we've got the Miata. I'm doing a whole bunch of rust treatment again, which I'm not very excited about. And you can hear we got Nick kicking it over here. He's got the Integra out. We're doing some work on the transmission, and he's trying to salvage that main bearing that's in there. Now, we did order a new one just in case, but he's over here in the parts cleaner trying to get that sucker as clean as he can. Mainly because he's got to go to work next week, or this week, tomorrow, which is Monday. And that GSR trans, man, that thing's just not happy at all. So I'm making a nice big old mess here. This is mainly from cleaning this stuff off. Word to the wise, okay, if you let brake cleaner sit on your paint for too long, especially this real cheap stuff, this stuff is such a strong solvent. It actually ate a crap ton of the rust treatment I put on there earlier off. It ate it completely. Like, I let it sit for just a second. It didn't fully evaporate like, normal stuff does. I believe that's chlorinated. Let's take a look and see. Contains acetone, toluene, and methanol. Well, for those who don't know, and I know Nick doesn't know this either, so I'm going to teach him right now. Toluene, which right there, you can see the ingredients. Toluene is the #1 artificial octane booster that is used by big oil companies. So like Valero Refinery, in order to boost the octane in their fuel, they put toluene in it. So this has methanol and toluene. That's why brake cleaner works so well as starting fluid. Holy shit. Yeah, and why it's so damn flammable. So, if you need some methanol injection, just, a little bit of brake cleaning goes a long way, I guess. But the acetone explains why it ate so much of it off. Now, I did spray quite a bit of this other stuff, and it evaporated pretty quick, and I did wipe it back down afterwards. I also want to say that these darker towels, I actually tried out a new product, which is this gunk wipes, and it works absolutely amazing. That is why that subframe is so freaking clean. Now, I did hit it with a tiny bit of the brake cleaner, I think before, and I didn't let it sit for very long. There was very little that made it on there, mostly just kind of overspray. But just look how much that thing is gleaming right now. I mean, it looks real good. So I got all the brake stuff off. I was going to show you guys how to do it, but I'm sure there's a million videos. It's really simple. You just disconnect the two brake lines here. And then there's this one here that goes down to the actual brake itself, to the caliper. And then these here are front biases. So this one here actually loops to this one from the master cylinder. And then this one here goes out. And this was the one that feeds from the master cylinder, goes to the diverter valve system here. Basically, it's just a distribution block for the brake pressure. You got your 2 bolts, comes right out. Same thing with the clutch master. And then the clutch slave, that I pulled out the stupid dookie line, and you can see it sitting over there, and there's that ugly thing. And we have it ready. You can see this here, this little clip, it just goes in there, and you can see the little slit in the bolt there. So that just stabs through the hole, and then that goes into there. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we got going on right now. So, I don't know, what do you think about that bearing?
I'm going to have you take a look at it before I answer that question.
That doesn't always mean good things. Let's go check that out. What the hell is the bearing? By the way, anyone who needs Miata ducting, anything that's from under the dash, I've got you covered. Hit me up. I've got stock air boxes. I've got all sorts of neat crap. I even have an AFM. I've got ECU. All that stuff. And where'd the bearing go? What, did he put it in his pocket? All right. I guess we'll deal with that when he gets back.
All right.
Where's the bearing at?
It's sitting in there.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains why I couldn't find it. I'm looking around like, where the hell is it?
I said, well, if it's acid, it can just melt everything that's in there. That's debris. Like, I spin it, and while it's spinning, I dip it in and let it...
Yep. It's a good way to try to get the debris out. But at the same time, it's what, a $40 bearing?
Yeah, it's...
B16 trans. I mean, in my opinion, and I'm going to go on record to say this, I vote driving neither of them, but he doesn't have that option. I vote just keep killing the GSR trans because it's already dying.
Yeah.
Why start killing two transmissions when it's just a bearing?
Right.
We can put it on next week.
That's right.
Yeah. This is coming from the guy who I got a destroyed car sitting out front. It runs. I'm not going to go start it. Just going to pull the motor and fix it. That's, as you can see, that is what I do. Of all the crap that's happening.
Oh, is this the Miata clutch? The old one?
Yeah. That thing's trash. So all the stuff did come in for the Miata. We have the bearings. We have the new rings. We've got the head and lowers. So was it head gasket set with fire seal technology. Woo! I'm very eager to see. I really like Engine Tech stuff. I've been using it for years and years on my V8 builds, and they've always held up real well. So I'm curious. Their claim is that it's meets or exceeds OEM quality, right? Well, we know, at least the Miata gang, we know that the Miata head gasket will take 12, 14 PSI, no problem. And we know that the head bolts will take it and all that other stuff and the bearings and all that junk. So my goal is to prove that Engine Tech, even though it's cheap, is still going to be good quality to deal with that. We've even got a new thrust washer. We've got pretty much everything. So I'm going to get all the rings pulled off of here. We might as well just put all new rings on, even the oil scraper rings. And yeah, I guess we'll go from there, get all the bearings out. I do need to go get some plastic gauge. I called my parts store last night. They said they would call me back, and so far I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to call them up and yell at them and see where the hell the plastic gauge is. And hopefully I don't have to order it because they're supposed to have it locally. And then we can, do that thing there. I might roll that out. I'm probably just going to hit it with some brake clean, scrub it up a little bit, throw some black on it, and move on. Because I don't really care that much. I mean, it's going to be under the hood. It's not meant to be, super flashy or any of that junk. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'll get back on here if we do anything substantial. Oh, we need to lube that up. And my wife is super short. Oh, there we go. Holy crap, man. Dang. A little bit of lube goes a long way. All right, so we are headed back to the parts store because they actually sell plastic gauge at my local parts shop. A lot of people have to order it online, and I'm here to show you guys O'Reilly's carries it. I don't know if anyone else does, but O'Reilly's does carry the green plastic gauge, which is what I'm currently after. I don't know if they have any of the others. If they have the others, I'll probably grab them, just so that we know what the actual spec is when we do our testing. But yeah, I'm gonna go head there real quick, and then we'll get the show on the road. Oh, this thing kicks real hard going in here. Rest in peace, El Cubo. Should love that view right there. They're gonna build a house. They're gonna ruin my view. Woo, son. See here. Good old Arizona. I'm gonna grab what we need. This is lots of traffic for us. I really, really enjoy not living in a big city. We got our plastic gauge, we got both sides there. Now we're gonna head back home, and green light go. Come on already. All right, so right now we're in my wife's 2009 Nissan Cube, and I'm pretty sure I started rod knocking. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's an interference motor, so maybe if the timing belt gave a little bit, it might be tapping on the valves. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't done any real diagnosis of it yet. I briefly listened to it for like, I don't know, a second. I heard it go knock knock, I turned it off, and here we are. So we're gonna check and pull the codes real quick and see what happens with that. This is cat, that's it. All right, that's fine. We know that. That's because I hollowed the cat out. All right. We'll just hold read. See if there's anything new. Again, enter codes. Yep, same thing. All right, cool. So that means the knock sensor didn't register anything, nothing of that nature, didn't register any misfires. So it looked a little low on oil. I threw some oil in it just for giggles because I have a bunch of extra oil sitting around. So let's see what happens. So crank it over. See, I got the hood up there. Clutch in.